module 5. This is probably this is definitely my favorite module in Pillar 2. This is a deep dive into the houses, angles, quadrants, house rulership, which is so important. And then also this issue of different house systems in use, as well as other tips and advanced concepts that kind of help you go deeper into that analysis. So here's one. So say we wanted to analyze this chart to understand the relationship style. Where might you start? Like what planet might you focus on if you're looking at relationship style? In this one, we might look at that Venus, and it's in Gemini. It's at the top of the chart. What might we say about Venus in Gemini? Kind of relating does Gemini do?
Venus and Gemini is probably really curious and probably a little flirty because Gemini is like all about quick motion and action. So they're probably um, interested in a lot of different stuff kind of all at once.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's definitely one of right. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. It's a very shifty planet, right? Tamika says flighty, uh, all over the place. Yeah, oftentimes we'll think about Venus and Gemini like, oh, fickle, like, oh, this one, then that one, right? Uh-oh, seventh house is empty. What does that mean, right? So, and this is where we get into that next step of reading house rulers. Like so just because a house is empty doesn't mean that there's no action happening, right? So we've got Pisces on the descendant, which means that the ruler of that house or the traditional ruler of that house certainly would be Jupiter, because Jupiter rules Pisces. And so we talk in the course about that, right? And then we can start analyzing how those relationships actually manifest by looking at that ruler. Now we see that this ruler, while you have Venus in a slightly fickle sign, the ruler of the seventh house is conjunct Pluto, anything but fickle, right? Not a quite different energy, right? And it's the planet of depth. And we see also that Jupiter is square Saturn, right? Planet of commitment, right? So suddenly we're seeing that this person has a very strong potential for very committed and long-lasting relationships, right? Despite what just you might have gathered from the first step. And so that's really, the kind of layering in the different levels of detail and how to start making sense of all of that. This is the chart it's Tom Hanks' chart, actually. And interestingly, he's been married for over 35 years. He's definitely like record length Hollywood marriage. So would be known for those committed relationships. Um, Again, just by way of interesting example.